When we dream of travel, we often picture grand vistas and exotic destinations, but sometimes the price tag can feel like a barrier. I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be. True travel, the kind that sinks into your soul and changes how you see the world, isn't about how much you spend, but how you spend it. On the beautiful teardrop-shaped island of Sri Lanka, a budget of just $25 a day can unlock a world of profound experiences. This isn't about sacrificing comfort or safety. It's about making deliberate, local-first choices that enrich your journey in ways that a luxury tour never could. Trading a generic hotel for a family homestay. Trading a tourist bus for a public train. Trading a fancy restaurant for a bustling local eatery filled with chatter and spice. The very idea of traveling on such a modest sum, roughly 8,000 to 10,000 Sri Lankan rupees as of our journey, forces you to engage with the country on a more intimate level. It nudges you out of your comfort zone and into the vibrant, everyday life of the Sri Lankan people. You learn to navigate the local bus system, haggle respectfully at a fruit stall, and discover the best kotu roti in town by simply asking a new friend. You're not just seeing Sri Lanka, you're experiencing it with all your senses, building memories that are tied to genuine human connection and the simple, beautiful rhythm of daily life on this island. This essay is your guide to doing just that. We're going to break down how to eat, sleep, and travel your way across this incredible island without breaking the bank. We'll explore the lush tea hills of the Central Highlands, the sun-drenched beaches of the southern coast, and the ancient cities that whisper tales of bygone kingdoms. My goal is to show you, with practical examples and real prices, that budget travel doesn't mean shallow travel. By embracing a more frugal path, you often find yourself on a more direct route to the heart of a culture, where the most valuable souvenirs are the stories you collect and the friendships you make along the way. So, let's step off the beaten path together. Let's learn how to see Sri Lanka not as a list of sites to be checked off, but as a living, breathing place full of warmth, color, and incredible generosity. Forget the all-inclusive resorts and private drivers for a moment. Imagine yourself sipping sweet, milky tea in a tiny roadside shop, sharing a smile with the family running your guest house, and feeling the rumble of a local train as it winds its way through emerald green plantations. This is the Sri Lanka that awaits when you travel with curiosity, respect, and a daily budget of just $25. One of the greatest joys of traveling in Sri Lanka, and a cornerstone of our $25 a day budget, is the food. The island's cuisine is a festival of flavors. Fresh, spicy, and unbelievably affordable when you eat like the locals do. The undisputed king of Sri Lankan meals is rice and curry. This isn't just one dish, but a whole platter of possibilities. For around 300 to 500 Sri Lankan rupees, you'll get a generous mound of rice surrounded by a variety of small, flavorful curries. Dal jackfruit, curry beetroot, curry chicken fish. You'll find these humble, delicious feasts in small, family-run eateries known as rice and curry shops, which are the lifeblood of every town. Street food is where the culinary adventure gets even more exciting and budget-friendly. As dusk falls, the rhythmic clang of metal on metal fills the air, signaling that kotu roti is being made. This beloved dish consists of godamba roti chopped and stir-fried with vegetables, egg, and your choice of meat. A hearty portion from a street vendor will set you back only 400 to 700 Sri Lankan rupees. Another must-try is the hopper, a delicate, bowl-shaped pancake made from fermented rice flour. A plain hopper costs as little as 40 Sri Lankan rupees, while an egg hopper, with a perfectly cooked egg in the center, might be 100 Sri Lankan rupees. These are perfect for breakfast or a light dinner. Your daily food budget can easily stay under $8 to $10, around 2,400 to 3,000 Sri Lankan rupees, while allowing you to eat like a king. For breakfast, you could enjoy a few string hoppers with coconut sambal and dal for about 300 Sri Lankan rupees. For lunch, a massive plate of rice and curry for 400 Sri Lankan rupees. For dinner, a satisfying kotu for 500 Sri Lankan rupees. Throughout the day, you can stay hydrated and refreshed with a king coconut, sold on almost every street corner for 100 to 150 Sri Lankan rupees. Its sweet, electrolyte-rich water is nature's perfect drink for the tropical heat. And of course, you must not forget the tea. A cup of strong, milky Ceylon tea from a small shop will only cost you 30 to 50 Sri Lankan rupees. To truly make your food budget work, the golden rule is to eat where you see locals eating. Avoid the tourist-centric restaurants with glossy menus and English signs out front, as they often charge double or triple the price for less authentic food. Instead, venture into the small, unassuming shops with handwritten signs in Sinhala. Don't be shy. A smile and a point are often all you need to order. This approach not only saves you a significant amount of money, but also provides a more genuine taste of Sri Lankan culture, one delicious and ridiculously cheap meal at a time. It's a win-win for your wallet and your palate. Getting from one incredible place to another in Sri Lanka is an adventure in itself, and thankfully, it fits perfectly within a tight budget. The public transport network can be chaotic and crowded, but it's extensive, efficient, and incredibly cheap. The primary mode of travel is the bus. Colorful buses with blaring music crisscross the island. They connect major cities to tiny villages. Short rides inside a town, 30 to 50 Sri Lankan rupees. Longer intercity trips like Colombo to Gala, 400 to 600 Sri Lankan rupees. It's a sensory ride. Windows wide open, music loud, and you're smack in the middle of it. For the most scenic trips, you can't beat the train. Sri Lanka's railway, a British-era relic, especially the Kandy to Ella route through tea plantations. Second class on that 7-hour trip, around 600 Sri Lankan rupees. First class gives air conditioning, but second and third class is the real experience. Doors and windows open for unobstructed views and a cool breeze. You'll share the carriage with friendly locals, vendors selling spicy snacks, and fellow travelers. For short city distances, tuk-tuks rule. They zip through narrow streets and traffic with ease. Great for guest house runs from the bus station or a quick temple hop. Bargain before you get in. Short rides, typically 200 to 400 Sri Lankan rupees. In Colombo, you'll find metered tuk-tuks for fair fares. Use apps like PickMe or Uber to lock in a fixed rate. Relying on local transport keeps daily travel under $3 to $5, 900 to 1,500 Sri Lankan rupees, even on days with longer journeys. Connect routes via major bus or train hubs for smoother, cheaper travel. More importantly, public transport is cultural immersion. You're not in a private car. You're sharing the journey, conversations, and everyday rhythm. It's slow travel at its best. The journey becomes as memorable as the destination. After a long day of exploring, finding a clean, safe, and affordable place to rest is essential. In Sri Lanka, you don't need to spend a fortune to find wonderful accommodations. You just need to know where to look. The backbone of budget lodging on the island is the family-run guest house or homestay. These establishments offer a fantastic blend of affordability, comfort, and local hospitality. For a price ranging from 2,000 to 3,500 Sri Lankan rupees per night, you can often secure a simple, clean private room with a fan and a shared or private bathroom. This is where your travel experience becomes truly personal and memorable. What makes guest houses and homestays so special is the direct connection you have with your hosts. These are not anonymous hotel chains. They are local families opening their homes to travelers. Your host might offer you a welcome cup of tea upon arrival. Your host might share tips on the best local sites that aren't in the guidebooks. Your host might even invite you to share a home-cooked meal. Many guest houses also offer delicious homemade breakfasts for a small extra fee, around 500 to 800 Sri Lankan rupees, which are often far superior to what you'd find in a cafe. This direct interaction provides an invaluable window into Sri Lankan culture and family life. For solo travelers or those on the absolute tightest of budgets, hostels are another excellent option, particularly in major tourist hubs: Colombo, Kandy, Ella, the southern beach towns. A dorm bed in a well-regarded hostel typically costs between 1,500 and 2,500 Sri Lankan rupees per night. Hostels are not just a place to sleep. They are social centers where you can meet fellow travelers, exchange stories and tips, and perhaps find a companion for your next adventure. Many hostels also organize group activities, surf lessons, city tours, providing even more value for your money. To find the best deals, it's wise to book a day or two in advance, especially during peak season, December to March, or around local holidays. Websites like Booking.com and Agoda are widely used in Sri Lanka and are great for comparing prices and reading recent reviews. However, don't be afraid to simply show up in a town and look around, as some of the best small guest houses don't have an online presence. By choosing these humble but heartfelt lodging options, you not only keep your daily spending in check, but also ensure that your money goes directly into the hands of local families, supporting the community you've come to explore. So, what does a full day on a $25 budget actually look like in practice? Let's break it down to show you just how achievable and enjoyable it can be. We'll imagine a day exploring the charming hill country town of Ella. Our total budget is around 8,000 LKR. Biggest chunk is lodging. Choose a simple, friendly guest house. Private room with a fan, 2,500 LKR, about $8.20. That leaves 5,500 LKR for food, transport, and activities. Our day begins with a delicious and filling breakfast at our guest house. Fresh fruit, toast with jam, eggs, a pot of local Ceylon tea, all enjoyed on a balcony overlooking the misty hills. After breakfast, we hike to the famous Nine-Arch Bridge. The hike itself is free, and the views are absolutely priceless. We spend a couple of hours walking the tracks, waiting for the iconic blue train to pass, taking photos, a traveler sitting on the edge of the Nine-Arch Bridge with the lush valley below. The only cost here is energy. Replenish it with a king coconut for 150 LKR. For lunch, we walk back into town to a small local eatery away from the tourist strip. A massive, flavorful vegetarian rice and curry for just 400 LKR. Feeling re-energized, we tackle Little Adams Peak. The hike is a gentle climb, again completely free. The panoramic views from the top are our reward. On the way down, we stop at a small tea shop for a plain tea, 40 LKR. We've had a full day of hiking and sightseeing. Activity costs so far practically zero. As evening approaches, we head back to town for dinner. We decide to try the famous Kotu Roti, a bustling spot filled with locals and travelers, a huge plate of chicken kotu for 600 LKR. To finish, we might grab a local lion beer for 400 LKR to enjoy back at the guest house. Tally, lodging 2,500 LKR. Breakfast 600 LKR. Coconut 150 LKR. Lunch 400 LKR. Tea 40 LKR. Dinner 600 LKR. Beer 400 LKR. Grand total 4,690 LKR. About $15.40. We are well under our $25 budget, leaving extra cash for a bigger expense later, like a safari or a nice seafood dinner on the coast. Sri Lanka is a treasure trove of activities, and many of its most beautiful experiences cost very little or nothing at all. The island's stunning coastline is a perfect example. From the golden sands of Marissa to the more rugged beaches of the East Coast, the ocean is a free playground. You can spend entire days swimming in the warm Indian Ocean, sunbathing, building sandcastles, and watching spectacular sunsets paint the sky. Many beaches have local vendors selling fresh fruit and snacks, so you can enjoy a full day by the sea for just a few dollars. Walking along the shore and discovering hidden coves is an adventure in itself. The country's rich spiritual heritage also offers countless opportunities for low-cost exploration. While some major UNESCO sites have steep entrance fees, thousands of smaller local temples and Hindu shrines welcome visitors for free or for a small donation. Visiting a local temple during puja time is a deeply moving experience, filled with the scent of incense, the sound of chanting, and the sight of devotees leaving offerings of flowers. Just remember to dress respectfully, covering your shoulders and knees, and to remove your shoes and hat before entering sacred ground. These quiet moments of observation are often more profound than a visit to a crowded tourist site. For those who love the outdoors, Sri Lanka's hill country is a hiker's paradise. Beyond the well-trodden paths, there are endless trails winding through tea plantations, past waterfalls, and up to breathtaking viewpoints that are completely free to access. A simple walk through the tea fields around Ella or Haputali allows you to see the famous tea pluckers at work and interact with them with a friendly smile and greeting. Exploring the vibrant local markets in any town is another fantastic free activity. The markets are a riot of color, sound, and smell, offering a fascinating glimpse into local commerce and daily life. You can wander for hours, admiring exotic fruits, exotic vegetables, without spending a single rupee. Of course, some activities are worth a small splurge. A visit to a tea factory, for example, is a quintessential Sri Lankan experience. Many factories offer guided tours for around 500 to 1,000 LKR, where you can learn about the process from leaf to cup and enjoy a complimentary tea tasting. This is a great value experience that provides insight into one of the country's most important industries. By balancing these small paid activities with the abundance of free natural and cultural attractions, you can have a rich and varied itinerary every day without ever feeling like your budget is holding you back. The true wealth of a journey through Sri Lanka isn't measured in rupees, but in the human connections you make. On a $25 a day budget, you are naturally guided towards situations that foster these interactions. When you stay in a homestay, you're not just a room number, you are a guest in someone's home. The family might share stories about their village. They might teach you a few words in Sinhala, or teach you a few words in Tamil, or show you how to properly eat rice and curry with your hands. These moments of shared humanity transform a simple trip into a life-changing experience. Be open, be curious, and always accept a cup of tea when it's offered. Respect is the currency that opens all doors in Sri Lanka. The culture is conservative and deeply rooted in Buddhist traditions and in Hindu traditions. So being mindful of local customs is crucial. The most important rule is to dress modestly, especially when away from the main tourist beaches. This is particularly vital when visiting temples and other religious sites. Cover your shoulders and knees for men. Cover your shoulders and knees for women. A simple sarong can be a traveler's best friend, or a lightweight scarf. Always remove your shoes and your hat before entering a temple. Do the same before entering a private home. And speak in a soft, respectful tone in sacred places. Learning a few basic words in the local language can make a world of difference. A simple ayubawan or istuti will be met with warm smiles everywhere you go. People appreciate the effort and will be much more likely to engage with you. Don't be afraid to ask for directions or recommendations. Sri Lankans are generally very friendly and eager to help a lost traveler. A chat with a shopkeeper, a shared laugh with children on the bus, a wave to a tea plucker in the fields. These are the beautiful, unscripted moments that make up the fabric of a meaningful journey. It's also important to be mindful of your actions when taking photographs. Always ask for permission before taking a close-up picture of a person, especially an elder, especially a monk. Never turn your back to a Buddha statue for a selfie. By showing this basic level of cultural sensitivity, you demonstrate you are a guest who values and respects their host culture. In return, you will be welcomed with incredible warmth and generosity, some of the most cherished memories of your time on this enchanting island. Traveling on a tight budget requires a bit of savvy and planning, but a few simple habits can make a huge difference in stretching your dollars. First and foremost, always carry a mix of cash, including plenty of small bills and coins. In Sri Lanka, cash is king, especially in small towns, local markets, and family-run businesses. Trying to pay for a 40 LKR cup of tea with a 5,000 LKR note is not practical and can be frustrating for vendors. Breaking larger bills at bigger grocery stores or your guest house is a good strategy. While ATMs are common in cities, they can be sparse in rural areas, so plan ahead and withdraw enough cash to last a few days. Bargaining is a part of the shopping experience in many situations, particularly with tuk-tuk drivers and at market stalls that don't have fixed prices. The key is to approach it with a friendly and polite attitude, not an aggressive one. A good tactic is to have a fair price in mind and start your offer a little below that. Smile, be patient, and be willing to walk away if the price is too high. More often than not, the vendor will call you back with a better offer. However, for food, bus fares, and items in shops with price tags, the price is fixed, and bargaining is not appropriate. When it comes to safety, Sri Lanka is generally a very safe country for travelers, but it's always wise to use common sense. Keep your valuables like your passport, extra cash, and credit cards secured in a money belt or locked in your bag at your guest house. It's also a good idea to have digital and physical copies of your important documents. Avoid walking alone in unlit areas late at night, particularly in larger cities. When taking a tuk-tuk, especially at night, it's a good idea to use a ride-hailing app like PickMe so your journey is tracked and the price is fixed, or choose a driver who seems professional and reliable. Finally, protect your health. Drink only bottled or filtered water, and be cautious with street food if you have a sensitive stomach, though most popular and busy stalls are perfectly safe. The sun can be intense, so wear a hat, use sunscreen, and stay hydrated, especially with delicious king coconuts. Mosquitoes can be a nuisance, so using a good repellent, especially around dawn and dusk, is recommended. By taking these simple precautions, you can ensure your journey is not only affordable and enriching, but also smooth, safe, and healthy from start to finish. As our journey through Sri Lanka on $25 a day comes to a close, it becomes clear that this budget is not a restriction, but an invitation. It's an invitation to travel more slowly, to observe more closely, and to connect more deeply. It proves that the richness of an experience is not determined by its cost, but by its authenticity. Eat like a local, travel like a local, sleep like a local. You do more than just save money. You peel back the layers of the tourist trail and discover the warm, beating heart of the country. You find that the greatest luxuries are not found in five-star hotels, a shared smile, a home-cooked meal, and the kindness of strangers. This local-first approach transforms your perspective. A bumpy, crowded bus ride becomes an opportunity to witness everyday life, not an inconvenience. A simple guest house room becomes a gateway to a new friendship, not just a place to sleep. A 400 rupee plate of rice and curry becomes a culinary revelation, not just a cheap meal. This style of travel teaches you resourcefulness, patience, and humility. It reminds you that the world is full of good people and that human connection transcends language and cultural barriers. These are the lessons that you carry home with you, long after the tan has faded. The memories forged on a budget trip are often the most vivid and lasting. You won't just remember the 9-arch bridge, you'll remember the taste of the sweet tea you drank with a local family who lived beside the tracks. You won't just remember the beautiful beach. You'll remember the fisherman who taught you how to cast a net as the sun went down. These are the small, priceless moments that a tightly scheduled high-end tour can so easily miss. They are the reward for stepping out of your comfort zone and embracing the beautiful, unpredictable reality of the road. So I encourage you to try it. Whether in Sri Lanka or elsewhere, dare to travel on a budget. Choose the local bus. Stay in the family guest house. Eat at the bustling street stall. Move slowly, listen carefully, and travel with an open heart and a curious mind. You will find that $25 can buy you more than a day's worth of food and lodging. It can buy you a genuine adventure, a deeper understanding of the world, and a collection of memories that are truly priceless. The real riches of travel are waiting for you, just off the beaten path.